Hi, today's topic is what have you sacrificed to make your relationship work? So often, when I speak with people, couples, husbands, wives, partners, you know, both of them have their own story to tell. And one of the things they say is that they have sacrificed so much. And the sad part they have to say is that in spite of all the sacrifices they have made, the relationship has not worked out. And when I have checked with them in terms of why did you have to sacrifice so much, the answer was to make the relationship work. I mean, answer did not come as straight as I am telling you. After a lot of talking, they would say that it's only to make the relationship work. Now, today, what I wanted to do is, it's a very, very short activity and a short video today. So, what I wanted to do is that make a list of all those things that you have sacrificed to make the relationship work. Okay. You will make a list. Point number two, when you make that list, you will see, you will look at that list and you will try to find out what's that dearest thing to you that you sacrificed. Out of, suppose you've made a list of 10 things. Now, out of those 10 things, which is the one which was very, very dear to you, and that you sacrificed just to make relationship work, and you are still regretful of having sacrificed that. Okay, don't tell me you're happy sacrificing that, because if you were happy you would not have reached the state that you have reached. Okay, so you're going to make that list, and once you know what is it that was dearest to you that you sacrificed, third step is you are going to take up that once again, bring it back in your life. Okay, so let's take an example here. Say for instance, there are things that you might have sacrificed, is that you sacrificed your social circle because your spouse doesn't like it. Your spouse doesn't want you to move around in social circles as often you did, so you sacrificed your social circle. Or you sacrificed a certain kind of food. You sacrificed wearing certain kinds of clothes. Or maybe you sacrificed your job, you stopped working. Or you sacrificed your career in terms of the career you had or you ideally wanted to have, but for the relationship to work, you had to sacrifice your career and you took a lesser career. Okay, whatever you, I mean, some of you might have sacrificed meeting your parents because your spouse doesn't get along with your parents, or your spouse doesn't want you to be with parents, and so you thought to make the relationship work, you're going to sacrifice meeting your parents. Or maybe you've sacrificed staying and going to your parents. You might have sacrificed your annual vacations because your spouse is not very fond of stepping out. So whatever you have sacrificed, and these are the things, the ones which I'm telling you are very small to begin with. I wanted to do this activity with these small things. So suppose for instance you've sacrificed a certain kind of food just because your spouse does not like it. You are going to get back to eating that food again. Okay, if you have sacrificed your career altogether, I want you to get up and start working again. All right, these are small things which I want you to do, because in that process of sacrifice, it's not about food, it's not about clothes, it's not about your social relationships. These are all materialistic things. I wanted to begin from there, because in that process of sacrificing these materialistic things, what you have actually sacrificed is your own self respect. What you have sacrificed is your own self. You have treated yourself more like, pardon me for saying this, but more like a person who's going with a begging bowl. Okay, so what you have sacrificed is your self respect. You got to get it back, and that is going to begin with these materialistic things that you have let go, but you enjoy doing them. You might be enjoying going out for window shopping, but somehow it is not happening because your spouse doesn't like it. It is not because of the responsibilities at the household, it is because of the fact that for you to make relationship work, you thought you're going to let go all of these. So you're going to begin that again. And let me I would like to know from you, when you do this, what are the activities you've got back when you're doing those activities once again, whatever that might be. When you're doing that once again, how does that make you feel? Okay. But one thing you've got to keep in mind is that when you're doing this, you're not doing it out of any anger, you're not doing it out of any revenge. You are doing it because you love doing it. Keep it as simple as that. To take a revenge saying that, okay, if you don't eat it, I don't care, I am going to have, that is okay. But it's out of love for your own self that you enjoy a certain kind of food, so you're cooking for yourself. Not to say that you will not cook for the family. If you're cooking for the family, great, but then have it for yourself also, cook for yourself also. And this is not just for women, this is for men also, because men also sacrifice a lot in the relationship. So whatever you have let go, please get it back lovingly, joyfully, just because you enjoy it, just because you love it, not because of any other reason which might be negative. All right. Now this is something, this is very very profound. It appears to be very small activity. It is going to be very profound. It is going to take a lot from you to be starting to what you have lost. Because in this entire journey, if you see, you actually lost your own self. And because the relationship did not work, there is lot of regret that you've given in so much without getting anything in return. So you're filled with regret as well. Okay. So start doing that. And I will take it up from there. But provided I get to know what your experience has been and what have you got back in terms of the activities, those things that you sacrificed. Okay. And yeah, somebody's saying, I can't see the name here. Somebody's saying life changing activity. Yes, it is a life changing activity. You will surprise yourself when you start to, do those activities. And if you get stuck at any point in time, I'm here at 3:30 every day. Put in your questions here and I'll be happy to answer them. So that's all for today's small work, small video. And I wish you a great evening, afternoon, morning, whichever part of the world you are in. And I'll see you tomorrow, 3:30, same time. If you have any questions, please feel free to write the questions in the comment box right now. Else, I will log out. There don't seem to be questions so far. So I'll log out and I will be connecting with you tomorrow, 3:30. Bye.